And I might swap the tractors over today so that the Axion is closest to the door. Although the potential we could use the New Holland on the cultivator. The cultivator is only 180 horsepower requirement. New Holland should be able to cope with that. That said, I am having a couple of issues with that mod, which I think is something to do with interactive control. And I worked out what the special button on the joystick that I need to push for the two button things, if I bring up the help screen. 31 plus 24 change nitrogen reference value. Well, 31 is what on a normal joystick would be the gun trigger. So if I push that and button number 24, which I still have to look up the crib sheet to see which button's which number, because the buttons have nice pictures on them, not numbers. So then obviously you don't get the nice pictures in the help screen. So I think it's something, there's an F1 and an F2, and I think those are load and unload in conjunction with the trigger button. So now that I've found that out, I don't have to resort to looking up what the button is on the keyboard, because again, I haven't used the keyboard for most things forever, because up until now I've been using the Logitech side panel, and I've been using the Logitech side panel since Farm Sim 17. So don't ask me what button to connect a device, lower a device, raise a device, unfold a device. Got no idea what keyboard function that is. Okay, that looks good. Oh. Nope, that's camera. Oh. Nope, don't know what that is. We will have to lift that up a little bit so it's not scraping the crop. And press the go button. Okay, there we go. So there should be something on the joystick, and that might be alternate joystick function button. But anyway, I'll probably try and figure that out at some time. Oh, the weight needs repair. Gravity is working less powerfully on it. And in fact, everything else here needs a quick overhaul before we put it away. Obviously not going to need this until June 1, which is when our maize will be germinated and ready for weeding and fertilizing. So we will do that. Oh, all of the fields that we're converting to maize will also need lime. So that's quite a big deal. We've got to cut the grass. If we can, I'll try and mulch it. Then we've got to lime it.
Mommy, I got it to blow down by myself. Need a video game to do it.
What's that for?
Yeah, then we've got to lime it. We've got to
What's on my plate out there?
That's Bailey.
seed it,
Okay.
plant it, whatever, and roll it. We've got 3 days to do that.
On the counter like I always do.
Okay, I'll give you some when that's ready, okay?
And
You
then
want some now or you want to wait till it's ready?
next month will be weeding and spraying.
Now,
You're going to do it by yourself?
And we might be
what?
Okay.
getting close to harvesting barley and oats. Haven't decided whether I'm buying the grain mill yet. Yes, I was watching what's it? Virtual Farmer. Big mistake on his playthrough. One, he's growing pigs and he wasn't sure why his pigs didn't have 100% health. Animals need base food to affect their health. They might need other things to adjust it a little, but he had no base food, which is corn for his pigs, which is why their health was 0. As soon as he added pig food in there, that tops up, or that increases the base food, and next morning his pigs were at 100% health. So that was that. And, yeah, I don't know why he might have forgotten that, because he does play with pigs far more frequently than I do. And then he got to the point where he's got a ton of barley in the farm silo that he now doesn't need for pig feed. So he decided to sell it, and one of the sell points was the bakery, but he decided to buy the bakery. Well, the bakery requires flour, not grain, so bit of a mistake there. So he spent 50,000 on the bakery. Now he still needs to buy the grain mill. Obviously that's something we're a little bit more aware of, because we were running a grain bread operation all through Maypole. And it's quite a good deal. Now obviously I have the side rule that once a perishable has been produced, you have to sell it. So you can store grain in a silo forever. Well, theoretically forever. For farm sim, what would be the word for it? For farm sim reasons, you would keep it in the silo because it's not the best price, and you harvest it. Generally, you harvest a crop at the worst time for sale. So we'll harvest our oats and barley, and the best time to sell them is January. We harvest them in July, so we have to wait half a year before we can sell them for the best price. Desperate need of the money, or desperate in need of a storage location, we would have to sell some mid-year. So that's kind of what we do with the silage. We sell that mid-year because I need those clamps for the next cut. So at best I can keep the clamp full for 3 months, figure out when the best price is likely to be, and then sell it during that 3-month period. But I've got to empty it because I need the silo for the next cut.
Yeah.
That was fun because like I don't choose this other had the exact same type
Now
of
with
orange
grain,
juice on it, even the container.
that's not going to be quite so much of an issue. I could buy a grain silo and just store the grain in the silo until best sell price, or I can dispense with the grain silo, which will probably cost me about 50 to 80,000, and buy the grain mill instead, the flour mill, whatever it's called, and make flour. Now the production of flour takes a while, so that's a delay before best price, and you could not turn you could just not turn on the flour mill until you get close to best price, and then just turn it on and process the flour at that point. But my rules are everything that's produced in a month has to be shipped out the next month. So typically once every 4 weeks or thereabouts, or when I have a spare piece of time, I will go to a place that has perishables and just pick them all up and take them to a sell point, or take them to another production point. I mean, that's the thing with the grain mill. I can create flour. You can then buy the bakery and transfer the grain to the bakery. Now the bakery has storage internal. I mean, you could say they have external, internal storage for the distribution, but the distribution sits in the pickup point and is out in the open for the most part. So don't like crates sitting out in the open. So that's the premise behind that. Same with yard produce. If I had a what did we have? The greenhouse. That I say has to be sold every month. But you could get a cold store on the farm in order to put your tomatoes in the cold store, so you don't have to sell them immediately. You could delay longer shipping them to market, but there's ways around it. That's all I'm saying. Alrighty, that is done. Let's get paid. It's midday. There's nothing else to do. Collect, back. So 44,000, just shy of 45. That's not bad. Is there anything on sale at the store? We haven't looked at that yet. That's good. That's good too. That would be nice. I'd like to get into what's this one? Mulcher. I'd like to get into having a truck and trucking stuff, although that trailer is kind of limited. Cultiplow, that is 435 horse, not going to work for us. 8 meter cedar, manure truck. That should be a hoe, that should be a mulcher. Is that the same mulcher as the other one? Indeed it is. Well, there you go. Oh, and one of those. 220 horsepower, 44,000 litres. I think we're good with the one we have. So anyway, let's head back to the yard. Probably turn off crop sensors. Okay, and we'll go back to the farm this way. Because this will put us right by the silo. At least I think it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll just get lost and end up coming in a different direction. else do we have to do? So that's good for today. That's the last day of April. Dull overcast.
Mommy, it kind of sound like the cinnamon rolls might be getting going because there's a weird noise coming.
Okay. Oh, this field up here is mine. Ah. Okay. That's cool. Excuse me? That Okay, I'm back. Not a thing I need to worry too much about, and phone is still charging. Of course, what I could have done was check the status of my dirt. But I think I can run to the yard, get this unloading.
Let's try to get a cinnamon roll.
Our fields are very streaky considering I am using crop sensors to get a more precise application. Okay, let's have a look. Dirt is still preparing my order. Estimated arrival today. Still flagged as same day delivery, which obviously not because same day was yesterday. Okay, what do we got in here? Yeah, we're going to have to pull the Axion out and swap it over. That needs fixed. Oh, that needs fixed. I think the Agco's the one on the Massey Ferguson. That needs fixed. Okay, cool. That's all done. And we'll get this all cleaned off and ready to put away. Nice. Okay, that looks good. So I still need to get some more gravel for the yard. Just finish off this area. That piece in front of the silage clamps is concrete. Everything else is gravel. I want to extend this, but I do want to smooth out that ramp at the back so that it's not quite so pronounced. As you can see, we've started to use this shed for things. At least in Farm Sim 22, we've got the ground adjustment, which is something that's in games like not SimCity, City Skylines, where you can click on the top of a ramp, click on the bottom of a ramp, and then smooth the grade between the two. That has not been part of Farm Sim until Farm Sim 22, and I do remember back in 19 when we were in Oakfield Farm, we did end up with a lot of sheds with a lot of rather annoying sort of ridges like this. We just need to smooth that out so it's not as bad. Might want to make a flat area towards the top of that as well, so that we're cutting grass. We're not going to need any of this equipment. We are going to need the rollers after planting, but I think I can put all of these away. I got time. We can put all these things away. Need to do something with those seed pallets too. I don't have a seed storage. Alternatively, I could just get the Zerian out and no, I don't need the seeds until after we've cut the grass. So we'll think about it. That one. So I've got the tedder and the windrower. Those can go in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that cart yet. I think what I might do along that hedgerow, if I can get the land smooth enough for a large enough area, I might try and put a little workshop up there. Just so we've got somewhere we can fix our equipment. And then... But on the end of this pair of sheds, maybe a garage with a little bit more security that we can park our tractors in. Maybe. I do want to, I kind of want to get rid of that workshop, because when you go into the maintenance option, it lists every single piece of equipment that's parked in there, which isn't necessarily precisely where I want to. Finding the piece, especially things like, I need to repair the weight. What's the weight on the front of the Massey Ferguson? Because we've got 3 weights in all. So, oops. I just kind of like the idea of I suppose the tedder and the windrower go together, because our mower windrows anyway. The windrower also needed for... No. When I harvest, I don't need a windrower. When I forage, I don't need a windrower. When I mow, the big M is self-rowing. So it's only when I'm creating hay. I don't create hay for myself. I do create hay for the for contracts. So I think I can put the tedder in front of the windrow because that's the only time that I have grass product that isn't road. So, sorry about the camera. Okay, that's good. Let's put it down. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that's a bunch of stuff put away. Nice. So yeah, I'll probably tidy up this part of the yard later-ish. Bring this over here. I'll jump out, we'll get the class out. That's 99% both of them, so that's good. And I am going to want the cultivator, which I believe is that thing unfolded over here. I missed. Okay. There we go. Press that button, fold it up. So I'm just going to park this in the shed. Oops. Or crash into the fence, one of the two. In preparation for tomorrow, which means I want the Massey at the back. I suppose there is the possibility there'll be more fertilization contracts next month because we just did a couple of fields that were at first stage fertilizing. Alrighty, you can park there. And I'm just going to bring this one in. Oops. How's the cultivator? Cultivator's at 100%, so that's fine. We'll put that there. Oh. Yeah, with this thing, you can't put it on the floor unless you unfold it first. Yes, it's unfolded. Let's put it down and turn the engine off. Okay, so we can check that over and be ready to go in the morning. So, and it's about to rain, so let's sleep till tomorrow. I think 7 o'clock in the morning is 7 or 6. We'll go 6. Okay, going off map for a minute. Okay, I'm back. I didn't need to inflict you with sound of me eating a cinnamon roll. Anyway, so quick thing, I forgot to turn on lazy farmers again. So they're now lazy. There are a bunch of cultivating contracts. Now we have some line contracts, some sowing contracts, spraying, weeding. So contracts are back in available. I'm pretty sure there were some fertilization contracts, but they all disappeared before I turned on lazy farmers. So it's kind of why I need to do that. Anyway, grass is ready to harvest, growth stage 3 forage. So it's not growth stage harvest, it's growth stage, it's still growing, but it's in the last stage of growing. That means we won't have an abundant yield, but it is what it is. Reason we're doing it now is because now is when we plant corn. So we've got to get the corn in the ground this month, and there's no more months to do it. What's available for sale? We are up to the class cargo. One of those. That's good. That goes with the saddle track. That's a subsoiler a straw blower. That would be nice, but big tedder, big sugar beet shovel. Oh, one of those. That would be nice. Not going to do that. I think that does have access to the Zarya Pro Compact. So yeah, you can buy that and use that directly as is. That's fun. We don't have 135,000. By the time we do, that's not going to be available. And then that is a manure truck, which again, don't need it. Oh, manure sensing, that's right. But yeah, this thing has actually come with the Zarya Pro. And if I took it off, it wouldn't save me any money. Having it on there is free. Included. It's not free, it's included. Anyway, let me jump in this giant behemoth. It needs servicing. It's probably a good idea to service that before we go anywhere. Just saying. And I think I left it until this year because it's expensive to do. Okay, now we get to go out with the mower. So, as far as grass is concerned, we've got these 3 fields here, which we'll do last. This field is our permanent grass field, and these 3, 76, 77, 108, are the fields we will be planting maize. So I need to do 76, 77 and 108 first before I do any of the others. Then typically we'll do 78, then we'll run around those 3. Those 3 aren't too far from the farm. And this is going to be, might be a 2-week job, for all I know. But tanks are full, service is full. We're in swath dropping mode, so that's good. And as per usual, we'll start at the field furthest from the farm and work our way closer, because that's just a plan. 6:20 in the morning. It's very, very bright today. I didn't check the weather. Probably should. But once I set this off, I will jump into the Axion. We'll go and knock off a couple of those cultivation contracts. Whee. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to check before we start this field is this is a 92, this is a 92, this is a 92. We've got some good fields here. These aren't too good, but I did lime and spray them. They won't pick that up until they're cut. So we have a very, very poor environmental score for the entire farm at the moment of 73. Well, it's not very poor, it's just not very good. We'll check this one, see if it improves. I don't expect it to improve, but it should be fairly good. Anyway, let's stop waffling and do this. Well, let's roll a number around. Go. Generate. No. Generate. Yes. Back. Back. And we want to be there. So. Oh, 680 waypoints. Oh, hold up, stop. Up. Ah. Okay, back it up. Conditioner on, number 24. What's number 24? 24 is that button there. F1 is the conditioner. Okay, now, go. So that section of grass there might be complete garbage. But the rest of it, not so much. So this is going to miss vast acres of corner, but it's not going to leave any gaps in the middle of the field. So that's why we're doing round instead of smooth. And that can keep going. Yield is looking reasonably okay. That needs to get hitched up to the collection wagon. Maintenance on that is good. Which one's the collection wagon? The nearest one. That hitched. It has 94% silage. Oh, we're going to need some silage additive, I believe. But for right now, that is all looking fine. So, was that? That's the New Holland, but I will jump out of that and we'll open that. Take a look at that while I find contracts to do. 42, 45, 52, 53, 59. Let's do those. 5 and 12, I believe, are over the top. 90 is close to us, so I'll do that one too. Then we'll go check the map. Oh, actually, there's 10 details on, so we can see the little pictures here as well. So, 90's there, 59, 52, 53, 52, 53, 59, 90, 42. So if I come down here, do these two, which looks like we come in there, we can do 59 on the way past, down to there, up to there do 42, do 90 on the way home, which looks like straight across there into 90, do 90, we're at home. And then 5 and 12 are that one and that one. So we could do those later if we got time. But for right now, I think I need to get into a tractor and go do some tractoring. Oh. Yay. This one has GPS, so I could use GPS if I felt like it. How's the diesel? Diesel's good. And off we go. Of course, I could do it the other way round, but I'm going to do it clockwise because why not? Big M is... I've got 11 minutes to finish that job. That's the nice thing. We can get that grass cut in like no time at all. I should have gone the other way. Just saying I should have gone the other way. But we do know I can get through this way, so that's not a problem. And yes, so obviously as far as collecting the grass, I need to get to that as soon as possible. So we'll get the contract, or we'll get at least a couple of these contracts done. The rest I've got the entire month to do them. So I'll just get the first two done at least. See where we end up for the last three. Or I could put this on a worker to finish them off. But collecting, I can't use a worker to do the collecting of the grass, so I have to do that myself. But I want the mower out of the field that I'm going to be collecting in. Like I said, I could do this with the GPS. I don't think I'm going to bother. Could use a bigger cultivator, but again, don't have a big enough tractor, and the Zerion is decidedly in demand for most of the tasks we have to do. Anyway, oops, sorry little car, and so these two fields here are the two we need to get started with. Interesting. I guess this is access to the forest. Okay. Haven't really done any forestry. Haven't done any forestry. Okay, unfold is that button there. And lower is that button there. And off we go. So 9 miles an hour. This shouldn't take us too long. course, the advantage with using GPS is that I can plot alternate rows. Should we do that? How do I do that? Control C. No. Alt C. There we go. GPS is on. Control S. Line method. A plus heading. Set A. Oh, cardinal. Let's do 90. And Alt X. O. Control S. Back one. Auto width. And I might take off that much. Okay, now X. Go. So yeah, the advantage with doing with GPS is if I turn it on, if I turn it on, fortunately it remembers, I can lift the cultivator, turn around, and just come back on the track I'm on rather than having to maneuver to precisely the adjacent track. And then the idea is we cover the field a little bit more efficiently than trying to do all the forwards and backwardsing stuff. So lift that there, turn around, we're going to miss a row, and that's my next row. Let's get the wheel straight. I can lower that and off we go. So I go down the field every other row, I come back up every other row, and we end up doing the entire field in 2 passes. Now I think this tractor is probably, if I had a 12-metre cultivator, I could just do adjacent rows. I base that on the fact that we had a 940, which is a slightly bigger tractor on law faults. And when I was using the 8-metre seeder, I had to do alternate rows. When I was using a 12-metre seeder, we could do a 180-degree turn in the width of 12 metres, 24 metres, whatever, a number. So, when we get this done, what's the mower is almost finished with that first field, because of course it is.
Can I go into the backyard for a second?
What are you gonna do?
I get my book.
Where is it? Like on the deck or the main grass or where is it?
It's on the table down.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Or do you want me to wait for you?
You probably have to put your shoes on. I'll have to turn that off. And you put your shoes on and it'll just throw it back on. You can put on that one that's on the corner of the chair.
Okay.
So yeah, this is probably going to take me more than 2 minutes. If I can get all of the maize fields cut today, we'll see.
Well, can you go outside with me?
Meeting.
Well, this
I'm just
is...
gonna go walk right back in. Right?
Yeah, well, I need...
I guess, yeah, we'll do this field. I'll get the mower started on the next one. The mower might actually finish the next field before I finish this field.
Going outside.
But we'll try and save money on workers for a little while, I think. But since I'm doing alternate rows here, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a worker to finish this field off with all the gaps. Oops. So, anyway. I'll jump over to the mower end of this row. We need to tidy up the corners. That's fine. And then move it over to the next field. That's fine. That's a plan. I do like this tractor. Oh, and farming announcement. Clarkson's Farm first stream drop for season 3 is on the 4th of next month with the 3rd of next month, 3rd of May, with the second drop on the 10th. So I'm guessing that's half a season, half a season. I'm assuming they don't have 2 episodes and that's it. But yeah, that's coming up. That the ads for that are dropped on YouTube, I think about Thursday this week. Okay, and stop there. Go find the mower. There it is. And engine on. Unfold. Oh, can we go forwards? Alrighty. Let's get this bit done. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Now the loading wagon or the forage wagon will not
it's
be.
just so annoying. I just want to pull it out.
No, I mean your book.
Yeah, it didn't rain.
Everything's quicker.
Yeah, the loading wagon probably won't be able to get a lot of that, but we'll see how much. Get done that, we'll clear the course. Actually, I think I noted recently I could keep that course and then set the Zerian off following exactly the same course, and it would pick up all the grass and I could actually do it somewhat controlled. Not entirely, obviously. You have to keep going and transferring it back to the yard when it gets full, and it gets full quite quick. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to get full very quickly this time, because obviously this is not a big yield of grass. So our planter itself is a direct, so I will be able to. I'm not doing the bestest job of this in the corners. So one of the reasons why I'm not too fussed about actually doing it properly. Anyway, that's good enough. Let's fold that up. I mean, number one, the loading wagon is huge, and in spite of the fact Zerian's got all-wheel drive or all-wheel steering, it does have some issues. Okay, let me. I don't want to end at the other end, but we'll do this. Lead. Set the course. Yes, that's good. And again, here we are. First waypoint, temporary course, go. So yeah, if I'd thought about it, I could have copied the course from this, stuck it on the Zerian, brought the Zerian over and had it start collecting the grass on the other field. But creates a bigger overhead for me, since I then have to monitor it a little bit more. Okay, you back in there and go.
Mommy, hey, me and Billy did a piece of candy.
Oh, that's sweet a little bit. You just have sweet cinnamon.
Sweet cinnamon rolls. I mean, the other option I do have is I'll do half of this field, set the worker off in the other one, and go collect some of the grass. We do have 2 silage bunkers, so I don't necessarily have to finish all of one. This is a little bit more tricky, I will admit. Part of the problem here is that, okay, about 15 minutes for the mower. I can't do a left turn to reverse course here, so what I have to do is lift that up and go this way. But the rows are getting shorter as we go up the field, so that's nice. Well, it's nice and not nice. It takes us more time to turn around, we get less cultivating done. I don't need that panel on. So I'm trying to think what else is going on this week. There's not a lot going on this week. So we just get to sit here and drive up and down, following the little green line. So I can't remember what those 2 are. I think one of them's the oil mill, the other one's cereal. I think the grain mill is on the North Road. Too close. Which has all of the ramps. So that's going to be a bind to get to. One of the reasons why I would kind of like to have a truck with a a semi-trailer, just because they tend to do road work better than tractors do. I think maybe just to keep things easy on myself, I'll probably complete the top headland once I get down to probably 3 rows to my right. That way the top half of the field's done, I've just got to complete the bottom bit. One, 2, and 3, and lower it. So definitely liking the joysticks. Okay, I haven't done much in the way of front loader work with it to decide whether I really like it. I did like the older one. It, you know, the joystick was small, so it was kind of a thumb control rather than a grab hold of it and twist it and push it, or fingertip, you know, thumb and forefinger, which allowed for a very fine coordination of loader arms and what have you. This one is definitely, you know, it's a grab onto it joystick. So you wrap your entire hand around it. It's fairly smooth operation, so potentially not too much of an issue for fine control. Anyway, how's the mower? The mower's still got 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes left. I think I've said before, yeah, the thing with the mower is it doesn't take long to cut a field. If I was making hay, that takes a long time. If I was, and then you have to row it, and the tedder and rower are not fast pieces of equipment. So I can cut all of the fields, but I can only you know, turn 3 of them or half of them into hay and row them in time for a nightfall. I haven't checked the weather. That's probably something I should have done. Do I have enough time to do that? Weather. Okay, May 2 is going to be raining. I do want all of the grass collected before nightfall. Although I don't know. I think the weather only shows us the next 12 hours, so it's not really that ideal, I don't think. I'm trying to avoid having to back up too much here. Let's go back to cruise control, check that. So, sunshine from 3 till 6. So we've definitely got a dry morning. Come on, go. But we don't know. You know, tomorrow is supposed to be raining, so don't know when that rain is going to happen. But I want all of the tasks we've set ourselves today to be done. We're already £6,000 down on worker fees. Fortunately, as I've said, the mower is very, very quick. So I'm not too worried, I don't think, how long that's going to take. And how much it's going to cost us to do that. Obviously, as we go here, we are going to get a little bit of income, which should cover the worker salaries for a bit.
Mommy, there's a little squirrel. Oh, he's coming up.
Crazy child. There's a squirrel. Seriously into small cute animals, especially at petting zoos. Let's get that up again. Probably have to do 2 headlands with this. Although, that said,
Is it still there?
I don't know. I haven't seen it right away. But it might have went that way, but I can't see.
Yeah, it doesn't click.
Yeah. And of course, with the allowance on a contract, we do not have to do 100% of it. So I'm good with that. And I need to check dirt status again. Come on. Estimated arrival today. Still estimating arrival today. They haven't got it out for shipment yet. Oh. Hang on a minute. Okay, just cross-referencing our plans with our dirt delivery, because can't necessarily all go out today if the dirt's not here yet. I mean, it's convenient that they'll deliver it. Actually, we did quite well because they're running, I think it's about 33% off the price of dirt. So we've saved about $50, $60 on the price of dirt, which isn't bad. But not entirely satisfied with their delivery.
After she leaves, that we're gonna.
No, I didn't.
That's what she said.
It's none of her business.
I didn't tell her that. I bet she just knew.
Too bad. Too bad.
She gets to have food where she's going.
We should get ice cream. Yeah.
Oh,
after
yeah.
lunch or dinner. I mean, after dinner we should get ice
We could go to Culver's and get ice cream.
cream. Yeah.
Or Dairy Shack and get ice cream.
What's that place?
Place on 7th Heaven.
Huh?
The Dairy Shack on 7th Heaven.
Oh, yes.
What? That makes no sense.
Oops, that was wrong.
Mommy, you need to make sense.
Okay.
I want to drink a little tea.
Now I will try and get into the alternate row.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, gauge drive. And now
Is this the
we
one?
just head down the way we came up.
Hi.
Indeed, hi.
Maybe,
This is, yeah.
I need to get really close.
Okay.
Oh, forwards.
Yeah, no, I just need to very close.
I guess I can, at least on that side, I can do a reverse turn. Maybe this side too. How about that? That's a plan. Of course, I have to make sure I put it in drive, or I keep crashing into the hedge. But there we go. We are precisely wide enough to fill in the gap. Which is a good thing. Oh, now I did watch a YouTube report on what's going on in Europe with farming. And yeah, that's getting kind of interesting. French farmers blockading the roads with tractors, produce, trash, and other more interesting smelling stuff. The Office of Biodiversity got a good dose of biodiversity sprayed on its roof and on its vehicles. The English farmers had a protest where they basically said no farmers, no food. Unfortunately, there are an awful lot of people in the world that believe food comes from grocery stores. And I don't know how serious they are, but when they come out and say, I don't understand why there needs to be farmers, you just go down to the store and buy food. It's like, where do you think the store got it? That kind of indicates that our education system is a little deficient. I mean, I've never lived in a big city. I was born in the suburbs, which was basically housing only with strip malls. But I've never lived in a big city where just everything is concrete except for a small park or a dog park or something like that. There's always been farmland within walking distance of where I've lived. When I was a kid, one of the playing areas was adjacent to a field which normally had a lot of cows in it and lots of interesting smells. So we've always been aware, plus school taught us that farming is a thing. We actually did a tour of a cattle farm, dairy farm, during, what would it be, probably year 4 to 5. So when the farmer gave us a tour and told us all about the cows and the milking equipment and everything else. So kind of an interesting thing. Where is there? But it's like kids today just don't know that thing. And so when you get people just saying, well, food comes from grocery stores, and occasionally from restaurants, they don't, food is magic, it appears. And it's kind of frustrating, especially when, we need to do something about all the farmers because environmental concerns. And no, you don't. Oh, is this... Oh wow, this is actually the end of the field I wanted to be at. Well, sadly. We're going to end up at the other end because doing corners. Okay. But anyway, we'll get all of this done. Looks like I might have this bit here. Also been playing during morning. I'll play sort of a couple of games of World of Warships on the operations. Operations are good. They're sort of group play. The delay can be a while if there's nobody queuing up for a game, but they pay out better. Better experience than a PvE play. But that's been kind of fun. Kicking out bonus missions with the Massachusetts and its vast array of secondary guns. Whereas who else? The other one is ranked battle. The thing is a lot of them you need to win a game to do a thing, to earn a thing. And against bots you can win. You can usually win in 5 minutes, and the battle is set at 15 minutes long. So you can get 3 PvE battles in the time it takes you to play one random battle, player versus player. So I can get all the wins in. But as I said, PvE games tend to result in a big hit on income, experience, etc. But with operations, it's a defined mission. Achieve these things and you get a good reward. Got in a game the other day And the other players were absolutely clueless what it took to win. I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, you are doing that. It's going to take 13 minutes. Let's get back to this guy. Turn off the panel, lower that, and engage GPS and go. So not sure how much of a... I could actually look. I was going to say, I'm not sure how far we are through this job. That's okay. As I said, we'll finish this one. We're still... It's 8:40 in the morning. The big thing is going to be how long it takes to collect all the grass from our grass fields. That's usually the longest of all the jobs. And then something I don't really want to inflict too much on you. We're at 10:30, so it's fine. So we'll do this one, we'll get paid. I don't even know how much when this one's going to pay. Kind of a big field. So that's a lot. As I said earlier, I don't necessarily have to finish all of it. We just have to complete the contract. I think we'll set the worker off in the next one and go get the Zerian and start picking grass off the field. Okay, good quick turnaround. What is the time? 10:36. I kind of just checked my order, so... Oh, is my phone charged? That's a good question. Yes. Okay, phone's charged. That's good.
No. No, 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 no.
Hey, hey. How do you think your dad is doing stuff?
I have to sit there.
Why do you have to sit there?
Because my walk's here. Can you give me the shame? Come on.
Okay. That's on, forwards on, and go.
Oh.
So not coming on too bad. As I said, we've probably got about 3 or 4 more rows. About 4 more rows will get us to that far corner, and then I'll run all the way up the side there, all the way down there to wherever we end up.
It snapped in half.
Not sure how I'm going to do that bottom area. Not sure if I have to. I know what I didn't do this morning.
Might need a trip on it.
I don't know if farmers actually do it this way or whether they just stay and drive, do the driving. But these fields are a little bit awkward. I forgot to feed the fish. Okay. So no, I don't know, tractor wear, we're at down 10% on most of the equipment here. It's not too bad, I guess.
I'm gonna start walking on my book, Mommy.
Have a look. Okay, forwards and drop. So I think no, it's the next two more, and then we'll run the top. Do that. No, come on, go. Keep going. Q contracts. We are in field. Don't know. That one. So we're 66% of the way through. Okay, good to know. And the mower has about 6 minutes left to finish the field it's currently doing. I think that then puts us at all of the proposed maize fields are cut. I'll go out and collect from them. We can still have the mower finish off the rest of our fields, the other 4, and then hopefully, well, actually, it's not too bad of a deal. Once the Zerian has cleared a field, I can get out there with either the Massey Ferguson or the New Holland and start getting them ready for planting. So we can be doing a lot of jobs at the same time. It's going to drain our money faster because we'll be paying more workers, but we'll be done mowing, I think, by lunch. So Big M can go back to the yard and I won't have to pay any wages on that one. As I said, I don't want to be paying too much wages for everybody all at the same time. Although that said, you're still gonna pay all the wages. But not doing this on a worker does mean that all of the income from this field is ours. There's nothing going out to paying somebody to do it for us. The next field, we're gonna have to pay someone to do that. And of course, these fields do take quite a bit longer than the mower takes. Okay. Last strip before we tidy off the top.
1005 the test.
Go, go, go. Bring me like a string. Okay then. Anyway. Yes. Okay, we're down to the corner. Nice. I think.
Pressure here.
I don't know.
I've got fairly close to that edge. You might only have to make one pass going that way.
That's not stable stuff.
But going down at the other end, there might be a little bit more of an issue.
Fishies. Do you know what's inside of my test? I've been looking at
Okay.
Mommy knows something.
Okay.
Oh, it's for my
Try that one again.
test. That's new.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Oh, I need to write my whole entire word there.
So yeah, this looks like a good run up the side. Looks like this bit's a little short.
Do you want to do some of your book?
Do I have to?
You want a piece?
What?
You want a piece?
And again, OCD farmer overdoing
I
it.
found a daughter job. It's the same job I have.
Alrighty.
What it is.
It was on there.
I know there's a whole bunch of hers in there, but I don't know if that's what she was.
Okay,
I was
so
getting a new one.
this is good.
Do you know which one it was?
Another short row again.
No,
Figure it out.
it doesn't really have to be ordered.
A little bit of missed edges, but I think we'll just drive through now. Should be up to about 75% done, which again is a good thing. Oh, get rid of that, all of that. And then we just run down this edge. Yay. And again with this edge there might be some bits that aren't exactly pristine. I think we're getting close enough. Oh, finished work. So the mower's finished again.
Okay.
Right now they are.
Mikey, I'll get done, just wait.
I'm trying to look for them.
So a couple of these I didn't run all the way to the end. Typically if I'm heading the other direction, I'm getting the entire row. It's when I'm coming towards this hedgerow that length of the tractor's just a little bit too close sometimes. Okay, where is... Oh, that's the row I want. Okay. Good. Get that set up there. And off we go. Okay, I'm going to check the dirt. The dirt is still sitting, waiting to be loaded. Oh, and we need to move the mower. I'm not too... we'll finish this job off before we do the mower. We are 78% done. So that's good. I might do the end row there. and then it'll give me a guide to how far I need to go, how far down I need to go doing the rest of them. Kind of like I did at the other end. We've squared off the field, now it's just a matter of filling in the bits I haven't done yet. Awesome. I think potentially I'm gonna need to do 2 rows at the end here. That's fine. That will then mean that we have a little bit more room to turn around, and it'll put me back at this end where I need to be to continue with the rows we've already done. So, and also looking at the ads for next season of Cluxton's Farm, it looks like Caleb's got rid of his class. I think he's got an Axion, or he had an Axion 800. He swapped it for a New Holland, which obviously isn't as big as the Lamborghini. Okay. So, we keep going. How are we doing now? We should be 84%. Are we doing 6% per row? Or 3% per row, which is whatever it works out at. Anyway, we should be finished soon. As soon as we've done this, I'll move the tractor over to the field in front of us. Get paid for this one. We'll move the mower, or we'll finish off the field the mower's currently sitting in, and start it on the next one. Then we'll jump in the Zeri and go fetch grass for a little while. A couple of trips at least. And when we're coming up to, it's 10 to 11 now. It looks like it's going to rain outside. Don't know. But yeah, it's I'd like to get at least one field cleared if I can before we end the stream, but that might not be possible, and it doesn't really matter if I don't. You've got the idea. I mean, you've seen me do it more than enough times that you don't need to see me pick up 2 million litres of grass and compact it and do all the other things with it.
I'll just do the first page.
I mean, that's going to take a long time. The good thing is, I think what do I want to say? I have found sometimes Courseplay will play nice in our silo bunkers, and I can set a worker off. I can set a worker off doing the compacting in the silo, which means I can go and supervise somewhere else, but there is the odd occasion where the worker just does not want to play with the silo, and I have to do it myself. So if I'm lucky, I will get a worker in the silo, and if that works, I will be able to do other tasks.
Why is Keith sleeping on the couch?
I'm already done with one page and it took me about 1
Okay.
minute.
So we just got the message flashed. We're
Only
90%
40
done.
sentences, one it takes me like 3 minutes to
I
do.
really don't know how much of that I need to do. But I might do the edge and then fill in until we get the completion. Seems like a workable plan. Check how far we're already 94%, so potentially I've only got to do the edge and this big island in the middle. Not going to be a big matter.
Wait here. Mommy, it's right here.
So,
I'm using the double-sided one.
oh shoot.
Mommy, I've
Okay,
been
that's good.
using a pencil. This one doesn't even have a eraser. And I messed up twice, so I had to. That'll help you.
So, get this bit done. We'll go this way during this bit, and then if I need to do any more, I can GPS it for the rest of the job. But I'm kind of wondering if doing this will see us job complete. It's going to be close, I think. Still watching for the message.
That's pretty good.
Okay, this one's just
Okay.
barely here and right.
Okay. I think one more row. They're only short, but I still think one more row will get this completely done. So on, forward, and bonk, go.
Perfect.
Ooh, this one's giant.
Ah. 99%. Okay. Any second
Really,
now,
look at
this will be done. And then when I claim it, it's going to completely change texture anyway. Such is the way of things.
Do you want this?
There we go. The contract is done. We can lift that up. We can fold it. Turn off the GPS. We'll run to the entrance. There's no opening to that field right here, so I have to go all the way back up there to get into that field. Okay, whatever. Let's get paid. Oh, that was the big field. That's 8,400. The rest are a bit smaller. 53, I'm guessing. 52 for the next one. Okay. We got paid. We're back up to 47,000, which is nice. And like I said, the texture completely changes. Because of course it does. Okay. Back up here. How's the tractor doing? We've already used half of our maintenance just doing that one field, but the next few fields are smaller. We might need to take a little time out to fix the tractor.
Can I watch the TV out there while doing that because I'll make me go faster.
Okay, I need to drive into the field.
Can I go shop?
And to do that,
Yeah.
first waypoint, no course. We are going to start work on the centre, do probably do sharp. That'll work. Clockwise really doesn't matter. Generate coils for headlands. Yeah. Okay. So I'll race it down the bottom. Alright, here we are. So, first waypoint, tractor's ready to go. We'll sit with it for a second, make sure everything is working. Good, and there's the mower.
Mom, can I watch YouTube?
Engine unfold. No, have to wait till it's unfolded. Turn it on. Lower the drive. And load the corner. Kind of the other problem with the mower here is that it's a rear wheel steer, and obviously the loading wagon cannot follow that even close. So do this bit, I can pull up course play, close that off. So generally I think running across the end, the preciseness of the big M on rows, it stops early. I can't really do anything about that. But cutting across the top I think is a little bit worth it. More so than cutting the corners. But since we added a new entrance at this end of the field, I do not have to go all the way back to the south side of this field to get it completed. Alrighty. Go get that bit. All done, lift, fold. Alrighty. Ugh, they didn't lock in place. So, big field on the right, that's the next one. I think that 2 is only 3. Third stage of growth, ready to harvest, as opposed to completely grown. So I guess one of the advantages at this point is because it's not... What? Are you just not seeing the field? Okay, that's weird. Bring this round here. I think what I'll do is courseplay. Where is courseplay? That's courseplay? No, that's course. Here in field 78, create job, open course play generator, blah 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 blah.
Mommy.
Big giant weirdness. Okay, bring that up. Now it works.
It says word in the picture.
So, I'll turn that on.
So
Not sure what's going on there, but anyway. One thing I was going to do while we were doing things was, so this one's dropped to 89, this one dropped to 91, this one dropped to 90, this one is only 79. So this one might get more improved as it goes, but it's, you know, it's ballpark stuff. Anyway, let's go find the axiom.
I'm almost done with this.
There it is. Big giant tractor. Let's go have some fun. And we are going to chew through a lot of silage additive here. I don't know that I've got that much in the farm. We did get a pallet last fall when we last did silage. But I am going to need quite, I don't know. I think I'm going to need at least one more pallet. The thing is that because I'm not expecting super yield here, we may be, it might not take quite so long to collect all of this. So we shall see as we go around. I mean, I think there's the potential, if this was a 100% yield, you know, harvestable grass, we would probably get somewhere in the region of 2.2 million litres of grass. But I think because this is only a partial, I think we only get 66% of the full field yield. I think we'll probably be looking at maybe 1.4 to 1.6. We'll find out. Probably next week. I don't think I'm going to be able to collect all of this today. Definitely don't think I'm going to be able to collect all of this today. We got about, I'm going to go for about 50 minutes more. Unless something comes up, like dirt.
Mommy, there's something new on the next page.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
Anyway. So, now the question is what's going to happen to this grass? Is it going to count as grass or just get destroyed? It looks like we're ignoring it. Okay. Maybe I'll just go up here and down the other side. So I don't have capacity to go around again. So that's good. So one of the things I can do, I could come back with the tedder and ted that fresh grass into semi-dry grass, or whatever this is, conditioned grass, and
tried using good handling, but then when we got to this
That
one
would
here,
be,
for some reason,
that would give me a little bit more. But I think for the most part, that grass is, there's not a lot there. And that's something that I can't remember which YouTuber it was. He did point out that when you are harvesting or collecting or loading a baler or something like that, if you go over something that is acceptable to the vehicle that you are driving, if your content of your vehicle is less than 5%, so on this vehicle, if we've got 5% of 50,000, is it 2,500 litres of grass in here? It will destroy what's in your tank and replace it with what it's now picking up. So it's one of the reasons why I had issues in Farm Sim 19 when we were foraging, because I had Maize Plus loaded. The forage headers on the forage harvester would cut both maize and grass. So while I was foraging the maize field, if I accidentally clipped the edge of the field, the grass around the edge of the field, it would cause the forager to stop because all of a sudden it was full of grass instead, and I wasn't emptying to a cart that had grass in it. So that's kind of an issue. So I guess I can demonstrate somewhat in a moment. That's the first tank. Good. So there are a couple of bumpies in the yard here, especially where we had the yard thing, whatever it was, when the silage clamps were in the middle of the yard. So I may do a little bit of yard smoothing and get some more gravel in. I might do that off camera. It's probably easier to do it off camera because if it screws up, I can reload the save and do it again. And I don't really want to do that on camera. So, okay, so here we are. Let's turn it on, lower it. Now, I will go over this and it will put fresh grass into the thing. So we've now got 144 litres of fresh grass in our pickup wagon. If I drive over this conditioned grass, it deletes it and replaces it now with a conditioned grass. So now we are filling up with conditioned grass. As soon as I get over 5% full, I can't pick up that fresh grass anymore. The fresh grass is not compatible at that point and it will stay on the field. So the 5% is important. If I had a smaller forage wagon, I would hit the 5% much quicker. If I had an unrealistic forage trailer, which had a 1 million litre capacity, okay, now we got a problem because I've got to get at 1 million, I've got to get over 50,000 litres. Over 50,000 litres of grass picked up before I stop. Before it won't harvest something else and kill what I've already harvested. So, for example, what the guy was doing was he was harvesting barley, and he's got 2% barley in the tank, and he accidentally drives over a bit of field with wheat in it, and the wheat replaces the barley completely. You just lost all your barley, you've now got wheat in the harvester, and then if you turn around and go back to your barley field, the wheat's destroyed and the barley's takes precedence. So that's the importance of 5%. Normally you're only working, we're now at 49%. I can drive over that grass, it's not going to do anything at all to the content of this trailer. Anyway, so that was interesting. But that explained the problem I was having on Oakfield Farm in Farm Sim 19, where I was having issues with foraging a field of maize, and it kept, the harvester kept seizing up because I'd driven over the edge of the grass at the edge of the field. And if you're running Maize Plus in Farm Sim 19, the forage header will harvest everything. Maize, and might not have been maize, it might have been I was doing what's the other thing you can do? Whole crop. I might have been doing whole crop. But even so, you do whole crop, that header will harvest grass. We can show that. That's a corn header, so it does corn and all of the other forageable crops. If we go to forage harvester and we go to this one, this doesn't do corn, it does grass and all of the others. So this is a grass and whole crop header. This is a corn and whole crop header. So if you're doing whole crop with a grass whole crop header, if you leave the whole crop field, you can adulterate your whole crop with grass. You kind of don't want to do that, so. But I was wondering about that for probably the longest time. Why is this a problem? And I ended up just when I was foraging a field, I would not forage all the way to the edge of the field because the harvester kept seizing up because it was getting clogged with grass. At least roleplay excuse for that. As you can see, big giant trailer, not the easiest thing to swing around this field. At least through the edges. And then his point was, if you're using unrealistic settings, you have to be much more careful what you're picking up, or you can lose a lot of your crop to stuff. If you make a mistake, it's kind of like, you're driving along and you accidentally drive on one of your fields and destroy the crop. It's like, oh, I didn't intend to do that. Well, that would be like driving across your field at 100 miles an hour. You're going to destroy a ton of crop before you actually get... Oh no, stop. If you're only driving at 5 miles an hour, you don't destroy as much. Anyway, let's get this thing done. So I'm trying to do the corners as best we can. It's not going to be the cleanest operation, but hey. for the most part, we're getting some of it, and that's the idea. Oh, before I guess we can stop doing that then.
The other one.
So what I might do is grab that
Had a pen
headland
in his
shuffle
vest.
bit. Looks like, okay, Axion still has 15 minutes of cultivating to do. The mower is complete in the big field. I might
She
leave it
walked
there for a while. Let's just
to the den.
concentrate on getting the field we're currently in cleared.
Let the pen stay on the desk.
And then,
The key came.
so what are we looking at? It's about 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes on cultivating. It's 20 after 11 now.
Send the pen to me to take a.
I could grab that grass. I don't even know what that is.
Just give me that one.
If that's conditioned grass on the ground there, I could pick that up
And that one
and add it to the next
You know what that is, right?
load.
desk.
Yeah.
Why don't they starting to do that with
Nope.
the pictures?
Quick, no long haul checking. No, no long haul checking on my reversing abilities, and we didn't hit anything. We just didn't exactly do it straight. So
No, I only have 3 pages left.
Oh, cool. You're zooming right along.
so that's 100,000. That's good. We'll lower the pickup header.
11:21.
Turn it on. I'm going to drive over this and see what we end up with. That's maize. Okay.
About half an hour.
I probably need to lift that and turn it off. Okay, let's go. And we're fairly close to the headlands done. Headlands are done. We just have the rows, and the headlands are about half of the job. So we probably got less than 150,000 litres in the field.
No, that's okay.
And I might, well, I think we've got enough silage additive to get us through to the end of this field, but we are going to need to grab some more before we start the next one. Okay, so that's the whatever it was. It's the maize. The maize is gone, destroyed. The wet grass, fresh grass, is also a little bit more destroyed. This is not working. I missed that entirely. But like I said, a rear wheel mower does a far better job of this than I can do even in this thing. It's
2 more pages left.
oh my. So yeah, most of the headland's done now. That's good. Most. And I just did that row. turn. Well,
Mommy, I started all Reese's pieces. Even this is Reese's. Reese's egg.
okay.
You figured that out
So I
now.
think that's all of the headland done now. See how much of this bit I can take.
Now something
Probably
else.
not much.
There's something from you.
Okay, we're at 14,000, so yeah, we might not even get 2 truckloads here. And I'll get the top end and then 3,000 per the short row. 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes contracting left.
Bailey, I'm watching that with it. Mommy
And
said I
I
could.
missed obviously planting stuff there.
Mommy said I could. Mommy, didn't you say I?
Listen, yes, but listen, you stopped, so.
I was still watching
Oh,
it.
here comes our dirt meal.
Oh, the dirt's here. Oh, that's
I was still watching it though.
Okay, but let her help turn.
okay. I am.
We gotta go.
Oh yeah, I have to run down the back. Okay, we'll switch over to
Okay, get
the
up. It's not time to sleep.
Syrian. Okay, I'll let you watch this guy
Okay.
do a thing, and I have to go and deal with some dirt. I will be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Dirt delivered. And tractor. Let's go. I'm not even sure where I got up to. Phew. Okay. Probably not the wisest of jobs for someone in my condition, but the dirt is all here and we are ready to plant potatoes. Well, somewhat ready to plant potatoes. Gonna have to pull the dirt all upstairs. And I think for the most part we've had all the rain. I think it's not the coming week, the week after. It's basically going to rain for about 7 days. So it would be good to get the dirt in, the potatoes in the dirt. And then it'll rain on them. My understanding is plants like that. We already planted all of our onions and I think most of our carrots, might have been all of our carrots. And the onions are already poking through the dirt, so that's a good thing. Oh, the contract's finished, I guess. I'll wait till we get back to the yard. And we'll run over there and move the Axion on to the next contract field. It's not even midday game time yet. So that's good. The time 11:35, so I think sometime in the next 30 minutes we'll be done here. Also, I guess that means we can go out this afternoon. Because we don't have to have anybody at home to supervise stroke help unload a stack of dirt. How am I doing? 39,000, so 80% loaded. Favorite songs.
No! Stop!
Your favorite song's annoying. No, your favorite song's annoying. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think for the most part we've done a good job today. We have cut 3 fields that needed doing. This field's nearly ready to go under the something. Might try the mulcher on this. See how that works out. If it mulches, good. If it doesn't mulch, no big deal. We just won't have mulched ground for the maize that we plant. That's not a big yield boost. Oh, I do need to lime this though, because this did not receive any lime in the winter. Basically the idea behind that is I want to have a good yield of maize. I do not necessarily need a brilliant yield of grass. not going to be able to get in there from this direction. Anyway. Thank you. So, to get this unloaded, we'll move the Axion over to the next field. Get that started and finish off collecting the grass. Won't be another truckload, which is fine.
What? What's the matter?
That corner.
What? Because she's 29. The song that I don't like.
Two, one, ding, done. Okay, let's go find
The song
the
doesn't last
other green tractor. That one there. Okay, let's get paid. Getting paid is good. How did this one do? 77. So, again, we've lost a few points on each field, but things will work eventually. Let's get there. Get paid 6,000. That'll cover the salaries. 42, 45, 59 and 90. So look for some blinky fields. There's 90. 59, there it is. So we come out of here, down the road, and it's literally the field on that path. So, start up the engine, clear off that. Let's go drive. This tractor is very dirty. We're still okay with fuel. Tractor's down to 75% maintenance. I could, yeah, the thing is you could push through all the way to the end of the day. It's going to be a little bit more expensive per point to fix it. Otherwise, I have to drive back to either the yard or the store, get it checked out, then get back to the job in hand.
I want to play a game of K.
If I had
They love doing stuff.
field service, or a service trailer or service truck, I could actually bring it out to the field and take care of things like this in situ. Anyway, we are here. Of course, playing, not playing. Okay, going to be like that, are you? Create job. Open course generator. Generate the field. Put that back. Where do we start? Over there. Not sure what the deal with that is. Possibly something's got messed up. And that's fine. I'm sure if I saved the game and restarted, it would fix itself. But, for right now, we get to do it this way. It's going there. Somewhere. There. Okay, that's done. We now have 55% of a tank of silage additive. That's fine. We're not going to use much of that for the rest of this field. Problem is coming in that field from the other end, the one to our right currently. I can't make that turn, don't think. So I'll have to do a little bit of maneuvering here in order to get us into the field. Okay, turn it on, whatever thing. Nope, turn it on, that one. Okay, let's get this done. Like I said, not going to be close to a full tank here. So actually only 150 plus whatever's in the truck. And this tractor's going to need a little bit of a clean at the end of this too. It's midday already. I'm kind of hoping I can get all of these fields collected now. As soon as I'm done here, we'll go park this up in, is it 93? Whatever it is, 77. I might run it along the length. Go grab the roller, possibly with New Holland, and see if I can get that done. See if that will work on here. If it does, good. If it doesn't, not a big deal. I will need to spread lime. Again, with the lime spreading, it's not a big job. It doesn't take that long, it just takes a lot of lime. Anyway, that field is now pretty much done. I could leave the field prep till tomorrow. We've got until May 4 to do all of the field prep and planting, so I don't have to get it all done today. However, it does look like we've got a couple of wet days this month, which may cause us some issues on that count. But big planter, so it's not like it's going to take us 3 days to plant 2 fields like it has done in the past with a 6-meter cedar. Why are you stuck? 'Cause stuck. Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to run this down this length. Then a little bit of shenanigans. Good day, Hodge 173. We're doing well this week. Getting to the end of the stream. We've been running 3 hours now. We've been mowing our grass. We're doing contracts. Current contract 21 minutes to completion. And me, I'm just taking care of tasks that helpers can't take care of, like picking up grass. Family's doing well. I'm still struggling, but it's okay. Should I go get the New Holland? Yes. Okay, let's go find the roller. We'll put the mulching discs on it and see if that'll actually mulch the grass field. If it does, good. If it doesn't, no big deal. Probably use the Massey for both rolling and not rolling, lime spreading and anything else we need to do. Keep this on the roller. Probably work fine. So if mulching doesn't work, we'll just put. If mulching doesn't work, let's go put the mulching rollers on this first. Here's the roller. It's in good condition. Customize mulching roller. Now the thing is, I've already paid for all of the discs on this, except the grass roller. So it doesn't matter. It won't. It doesn't cost us anything to change the rollers over. Alrighty, let's get down to the field, see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. But would be nice to improve the yield on the maize when we get it planted, if possible. That's all this is. And mulching and rolling doesn't add a significant amount to yield, but when you're talking million litres of maize, 50,000 is still a good chunk of money at the end of the day. So here we are, let's get that unfolded. Lower it down and see what happens. I'm getting a mulching result. Okay, let's look at the thing. So first things first, I want grass turned on. Where's our field? Our field's up here. And ooh, that's green. Don't know what that means. What's important is it is mulching. Okay, that's good. So I will raise that. And I don't think, course play's not going to play fair. So back to the course play create job. Open course play generator, 2.3 meters. We'll drop that down to 2.1. Field center up and down, automatic. Number of headlands, 2. Do round edges. That'll mean the middle gets done. We can come back and do the rest of it later. Did we say field down on headland? Start work on headland. 2 headlands. Generate. Alright. And this is going to be one of those. It's not going to take us long to get this job done. And that's because it's very very short task. Okay, 15 minutes still left on that. New Holland is 10 minutes. Let's move the camera, see what's going on. Hold on. What are you doing? You're on the nearest waypoint. Stop. First waypoint, go. You're going to figure out where you need to go to get back to it. And you're going to fold up your doodad. Okay, we will watch this guy for a couple of minutes, make sure he gets back on task. So yeah, what we're doing on this farm is you can get maize. Let's go to planting. We can plant maize this month, corn. We can harvest it in October, but we can forage it around about August, September time. It's ready to be foraged. Maize is a huge income source because it is very, very high yield compared with grass. So I do maize for the May to August or May to September, whatever it works out at, run. As soon as we forage the maize, we can go back to planting grass. We'll get a cut of grass in November, we get a cut of grass in May, and then we put maize back in. It yields more money than just leaving the grass in. So all we're doing here is we're now prepping this field for maize rather than keep it with grass. And this guy here, unfold. So it's kind of maximizing your income by doing a certain thing, you know, doing it that way. It entails, there is more work. You are in a big rush to get the grass cut. You are in a big rush to get your maize cut. But the dividends pay off from income. I can clear that. So, and apart from that, it's just a matter of figuring out what you can and can't do without ploughing up the field. I'm using a direct planter for the maize. I'm using a direct drill for the grass, so I don't have to cultivate the ground. So that's one stage of work that I can skip. But I do have to get the grass cleared off the fields I want to plant maize in. This field I'm currently in, this is a permanent grass field. I'm not bothering switching this to maize. But the other 3 fields are technically arable fields, but I'm making the most of them by planting grass kind of as a cover crop for winter. It's something that some farmers will do. It's what oilseed radish in Farming Simulator is meant to emulate, is you plant oilseed radish for the winter, and it protects the ground, it stops it getting washed away by snow or rain. Some farmers I know will put barley in and have a winter barley crop, which they can harvest come spring. Normally just, again, forage it to feed their cows or whatever. But you don't want naked dirt in your fields for too long. That's not a thing you want sitting around, because then, you know, depending on the slope on the field, these are not too bad, they're flat, but heavy rainstorm can wash away your good soil, and you don't want that in real life. So we kind of plant grass, so there's a root in the ground holding the soil in place, and we can add to our yields. Now I've got 2 bunkers over there, so that I can do maize and grass at the same time. Okay, these 3 fields here are the last 3. I'm not going to start this yet. How are we doing on diesel? Diesel's fine. Okay. Just park that there. And he is already on the headland. Now he's got about 4 headlands to go, so he's going to be a while. Engine, engage. I did not raise the pickup, so we can just keep going here. See, I mean, you'll notice we are in year 4. I've been working at this for 4 years to come up with the idea. Last year was the first year we did maize and grass intentionally. Prior to that, I think I'd just done maize, but I'm using precision farming. With precision farming, you don't get a benefit from using oilseed radish. So yeah, I could throw oilseed radish in because it's a realistic thing to do to protect the fields, but grass works better because I get, you know, it's a functional crop that you can earn income from. Whether you mow it and bale it for hay or whether you create silage out of it. The other thing I'm not doing on this farm is bales. I'll bale contracts, but I will not bale my own stuff because I found issues with some of the mods I run, and bales, it just ends up very messy, so I just don't bother. Which hence the loading wagon and the forage cart to create maize silage and grass silage. Yeah, I'm using bunkers rather than balers, and it. Oh, we're done. We're fine. Obviously, it is a more laborious task to do it this way. If you do. If I was using a baler, I could just stick the baler on follow me and have the baler follow the mower around and end up with a lot of bales on the field. But then I have to let them sit around for a month fermenting, and they could bug out on me, and that's not a good deal. So we have the big giant Zerion 3000 as our haulage and planting tractor, because nothing else we have is big enough to do this job, especially not with the size of trailer that we have. And then the Axion's our heavy tractor that has GPS that does a lot of the other tasks. It used to be our main fieldwork tractor, but that's been supplanted by this thing. Massey Ferguson's fitted out with crop sensors, so that does most of the fertilization, and then the little blue New Holland is just something cheap and easy to maintain that can do the super light jobs, so things like rolling and tedding and stuff like that. Now I might look at getting a self-propelled sprayer at some point, because that's a good thing. They go. What I've just, you know, it's there's sort of an argument. Do I want a self-propelled vehicle to do a thing? Because a self-propelled vehicle can only do that one thing. So if you get a forage harvester, it can only do foraging. If you do a regular harvester, it can only do harvesting. If I get a tractor, it can do all of the tasks. So fertilization, if I spend $250,000 on a self-propelled sprayer, the only job that thing can do is spray. Whereas if I spend $150,000 on a tractor and $50,000 on a sprayer, one, I've saved money, and two, I can still use that tractor for other tasks on the farm. But self-propelled sprayer can spray faster than a tractor-hauled sprayer does. So it takes less time to do a thing. That's why we've got the self-propelled mower. Before that, I was running a heavy tractor, because to run that many mower heads, you need something with over 200 horsepower. So heavy tractor just to do all the mowing, and it's a lot slower than the Big M. So I can get my fields mown. I can mow more fields. I can go out there and mow. We've mown four big fields before midday, and I'm playing at ×3 rate with a big tractor and the mower set. It pretty much took me all day to mow those 4 fields. So self-propelled is definitely, I think, the way to go if you can afford it. So we're definitely going that path. Self-propelled sprayer, I mean, even the self-propelled baler is faster than a hauled baler, but I'm not doing much in the way of baling on this series, so I don't need a self-propelled baler. And it was only last fall we actually got our first arable crop harvested. Up until now we've been a purely silage farm, which, if you know the Glenleathann map, is quite useful, because the sell points are, there's 2 down there and 1 up that farm track. So we are ideally placed to do silage and get it sold off quick. Don't have to travel half the map. Made that mistake before where, the BGA is on the opposite side of the map, and it takes you 10 minutes to drive there and back. This one, not so much. And I've got a big trailer. This is 50,000 litres. My regular forage collection trailer, when I'm using the forage harvester, is 52,000 litres. However, depending what we're foraging, it can't, or depending what silage we've made, it can't actually fill to capacity. It only fills by weight. Anyway, that's another one done. So I think that's our 4th cart off.